Hi everyone, welcome to another video from WhatAcca.com. We're looking ahead to the weekend Premier League action. Fingers crossed there'll be plenty of action, but who's to know really with news as we're recording this that tonight's game between Leicester and Tottenham has been postponed. So yeah, there's an obvious possibility that we'll be missing a few games from the fixture schedule. Hopefully not all of them. There's a possibility that they could all get scrapped until a later date. But let's work on the basis there are some games to look forward to. Let's provide you with the best betting angle for each of the games, and if you agree, great, and if you don't, well, at least we're giving you some food for thought. Let's start with the Saturday lunchtime fixture between Manchester United and Brentford. Both teams have had postponements in recent days. The bet we're going to go for here is Manchester United to win 2-0. There's a little bit of sort of statistics backing this one up insofar as that the Red Devils won 1-0 against Palace and also 1-0 against Norwich since Ralph Rangnick took interim charge of the team. They're also up against a Brighton team who can't buy a win at the moment and are struggling for goals. They huffed and puffed against Wolverhampton Wanderers on Wednesday night and really failed to carve out much in the way of scoring chances. It could be a similar story against the Red Devils team, who should be fresh and fit, providing that the camp has sort of come through the sort of the COVID situation. So we'll go for Manchester United to win 2-0 in this one. We move on to the action at Villa Park, Aston Villa against Burnley. We're going to go Aston Villa win 2-0 or both teams to score no. Steven Gerrard has been thoroughly impressive since taking charge. He has got the team playing just the best football of the season so far. He's already steered them into the top half of the table. They had a very sort of professional and routine 2-0 victory at Carrow Road during the week. We'd expect something quite similar here, really. The defence is looking very settled now with Mings and Konsa in front of Martinez and Targett and Cash either side. We don't see Burnley creating an awful lot, and they have been so low on goals in recent games. So Villa to win 2-0 in that game. Southampton Clash with Brentford. Haven't got a hugely strong opinion on this, but it seems plausible to just go for the draw on the basis that 5 of Southampton's 8 home matches have ended all square. They also drew at Crystal Palace away during the week, and they come up against the Brentford side who have drawn 50% of their away games this season as well. The two teams are fairly evenly matched. Southampton possibly could have the edge in this game, but we'd rather back the draw at a bigger price. We move on to Watford against Crystal Palace. We're going to go for both teams to score yes in this game. The Eagles have returned to the scoring trail recently after beating Everton 3-1 and then drawing 2-2 with Southampton. So they'll go to Vicarage Road with lots of attacking intent and confidence that they can score against a Hornets side who've been pretty porous defensively this season, and especially on home soil. Claudio Ranieri's side have had an enforced break. They do look capable of scoring goals themselves in this game, and so we go both teams to score. Push came to shove, we might go for Palace to win and both teams to score. West Ham United take on Norwich City at the London Stadium. We're going to go for West Ham and both teams to score no. The reason for this is because Norwich are so short of goals it's untrue. They're not creating a great deal and not converting anything that they do create at the moment under Dean Smith. It's not his fault. He's inherited this squad. He's doing his best in a difficult situation, but they don't even look as good as the team that got promoted from the Championship last year. West Ham have hit the buffers in recent weeks, but they haven't turned into a bad team overnight. They'll hopefully recover from the defeats at the Emirates Stadium during the week, and they should have the class and defensive know-how to win this game without conceding. Saturday tea time clashes at Ellen Road between Leeds United and Arsenal. We're going to go for an Arsenal win in this game. It can be back to odds against at the time of recording. The Gunners looked really good against West Ham on Wednesday. It was really impressive performance, and they had a missed penalty as well as that 2-0 victory. The team were just really at it from the word go. They were comfortably the better team over the 90 minutes, which is quite a statement considering how well West Ham were doing, especially during the early part of the season. Emile Smith-Rowe should be back and possibly starting this game as well. Bukayo Saka is looking very, very sharp, and a bit like we were saying about the Villa defence, the Arsenal defence also have a very settled look about them as well. Tierney's looking great on that left side, on the opposite side of Tomiyasu. And yeah, we think an Arsenal victory against the Leeds side who lost 7-0 at the Etihad on Tuesday night. They're sort of down to the bare bones squad-wise, and if they don't get this game called off, I think they could be in a spot of bother against an informed team. Everton clash with Leicester in the lunchtime kickoff on Sunday. We're going to go for both teams to score yes. Leicester has game on Thursday, was called off, so it's possible this one will be as well. But if it goes ahead, we'd expect them to show plenty of attacking menace, considering their previous encounter was a 4-0 win over Newcastle United, and James Maddison was pulling all the strings in that game. Everton are not as full of goals, but they could have some joy at Goodison Park. The last match they played at home, they beat Arsenal 2-1, and they also had 2 goals chalked off for VAR. They are missing some key personnel. I'm not sure if Calvert-Lewin will be back in time for this game, but Leicester have only kept 2 clean sheets, I think, in the Premier League all season. So this bodes well for both teams to score yes bet. Wolves clash with Chelsea a little bit later on that day. We're going to go for Wolves plus half a goal on the Asian handicap. Wolves have been really, really good from a defensive point of view in the last few matches. They've only conceded 2 goals in their last 6 matches, and those were both 1-0 defeats away at Manchester City and against Liverpool. And that was a really late Divock Origi winner, if you remember. Aside from that, they kept clean sheets against the other 4 opponents, including Brighton during the week, where they triumphed by a single goal. Defensively and as a team, they just look so organised. We don't expect that to change against a Chelsea team who have not necessarily been, it's not been plain sailing for them in recent weeks, and they've hit a few bumps in the road. We're not certain that they should be as short a price as they are for this game, and we wouldn't put you off Wolves being able to pull off some kind of a what would be perceived as a shock victory here as well. Yeah, they're just looking a bit disjointed at the moment under Tuchel, and so Wolves plus half a goal here. Newcastle United play Manchester City. It could be damage limitation for Eddie Howe's team. They're looking like a championship team at the moment until some investment comes along in January. Manchester City -2 on the Asian handicap looks like a reasonable shout. They put 7 goals past Leeds United on Tuesday night. Kevin De Bruyne was in formidable form, and there is just so much to like about the way in which the Pep Guardiola side attack. There's plenty of squad depth for rotation, and we just think that they will run out comfortable winners. Newcastle shipped 4 goals at the King Power in their last match. Tottenham Hotspur clash with Liverpool in the final game of the weekend. We're going to go for Liverpool to win and both teams to score yes. Under Antonio Conte, there have been some early signs of improvement, although they haven't necessarily been tested by any quality opponents so far. This will obviously be a different case when they come up against the Liverpool team who were on such a great winning run at the time of recording. We can't oppose Liverpool. We did consider the draw, but we think Liverpool will probably have the edge over the 90 minutes. But we do think that Tottenham are capable of scoring at least once. They have scored 5 goals in their previous 2 home matches. And we think that might be a consolation effort against a Red side who Diogo Jota is back, and that the front 3 will clearly attempt and probably succeed in wreaking some havoc during the 90 minutes in this clash. Those are the 10 predictions for the weekend Premier League. Hopefully we're going to see some football. Fingers crossed. Head over to WhatAcca.com. Make sure you signed up for the emails. There's a few Football League games getting called off at the moment, but hopefully a big enough coupon for us to have a go at and put together some recommendations. We'll maybe get you a winner or 2 before the Christmas holidays come around. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and we'll catch up soon with another video looking ahead to the next round of EFL Cup matches or Premier League games. Cheers for now. Bye.